Hey everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of WizBits Random Gaming. Now, before we get into today's £10 challenge down at Barking CEX, I'd just like to make you guys aware of memberships that we currently offer on the channel, starting from as little as 99 pence a month. Now, if you join up, you get early access to the Random Retro podcast and future episodes of Unfinished Business, and there's going to be lots more planned for you guys. We've also got a Facebook group, obviously over on Facebook, what we consider to be a bit of a safe space for everyone to come on over, talk about random retro gaming, modern gaming, and all things pop culture related. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, jump on in. I'll leave a link to both of these in the video description below, and I hope to see you on over there. Anyway, without further ado, let's see what I can pick up at Barking CEX for £10. Now, bear in mind, I will go through the rules as we go through the video, as I like to differ ever so slightly. Hey everyone, and welcome back to WizBits Random Gaming. Now, I've got to head down to Barking. I've got to pick something up today, and whilst I'm down there, I'm going to head down to the local CEX. They do have a game that I very rarely see in stock anywhere on the PlayStation 4. It's really cheap. Now, with that in mind, I didn't just want to pop in there and potentially pick up that one game. So I'm going to do something I haven't done in some time, and that is the generic CEX £10 challenge. So yeah, I've got to buy 3 games, well, a minimum of 3 games on any system that I collect for, and it can't come to any more than £10. We're going to try and make sure that we don't buy any game that's a duplicate on a system, so only one PlayStation 2 game, for example, only one Nintendo Wii U game, etc, etc. You get where I'm going with this. So hopefully this game is in stock. That will be one game that will take up a part of the budget, and then what we'll do, we'll have a look for the remaining couple of games to make up the remainder of the budget. I'll see you down there. Right, so we've finished what we was meant to do at Barking. We picked up a couple of bits I had to pick up. So yeah, let's head into Barking CEX and let's crack on with this £10 challenge. Now, I saw one game, as I said to you earlier, that's only around about £4 or £5. So that kind of gave me a little bit of that inspiration to do the £10 challenge today. I wanted to pick up more than one game and not just leave with the one. So absolutely nothing in the first window. You have to turn around the left-hand corner to see anything remotely retro or video game related in this particular CEX. Never used to be like that. There did used to be a couple of bits in the front of the window, and of course this window as well had plenty of gaming items as well. That totally has been scrapped now, and everything is in the side window. Now, I have no idea what this ticket to ride thing is, and to be honest, I'm not going to inspect any further. Nevertheless, there's some pretty good items in here. The Turtle Games gives me some sort of trauma, as that was a difficult game to complete. I never completed it. Did you? Let me know in the comments below. Right, so before we head in today, what I'll do, I will go through all the retro stuff in the cabinets before we start looking at the more cheaper games that we plan on looking to use for this £10 challenge. Now, the rules of the £10 challenge can vary. Lots of channels do this kind of thing, but I have my own ones, and that is you cannot buy a game on the same system. So you have to buy one game from each system, and it can only be a game that you really would consider playing, and also a game on systems that you currently collect for. So I only currently collect for disc-based systems. The only cartridge-based stuff I collect for is Evercade, and I've got everything on that. So that rules that one out today. Now, Barking has always had a pretty good selection of retro. Now, some of the stuff is really tucked away obscurely in these cabinets. It always has been. So it's one of those shops I have learned that you have to come in here and you've got to dig deep to see if there's items that you really want. Now, for example, I've seen games like Silent Hill tucked away at the back where no one can see it whatsoever. And I don't know the point of that. Maybe they're just hoping for someone that's checking the app to come in and ask for it. I don't know. It's a strange one. Now, like any branch of CEX, these guys have got you covered. If you want a DS, any type of DS, in fact. Plenty of loose N64 stuff, and here is a Nintendo game that I absolutely adore. One of my childhood favourites, Double Dragon 2. Brilliant, brilliant game. Better than the arcade game. Now, I'm always up for buying a few Dreamcast games, but there's nothing really here that I'm interested in. Now, there's Don Don Patchy there. I really want to pick up that game at some point. I saw it a couple of weeks ago at Tottenham Court Road, and like I said, I don't really want to be picking up at £75. Now, what in the name of speak and spell is this thing? Yeah, let's move on swiftly. Good selection of Xbox control pads. Now this Looney Tunes one, I think it's Space Jam. You see that one quite often in CEX. It's definitely not a rare variant, I can assure you that much. Now this Crystal LCD game has been in here a long time, and you can see why. It is a hefty price at 540. I believe it's gone down. I think the last time I was here, it was over 600. Maybe I'm wrong, but either way, it's an expensive item. Now, a nice mixture of Mega Drive games here alongside Master System stuff. And just to the right there, you'll see a decent selection of PlayStation 1 stuff. Now, CEX are starting to take in a lot of these kind of card games as well. Pretty strange. I need to find out the value of those. Now, Baroque is a game I'm seeing a lot these days, as somebody unearthed some kind of batch. Every CEX I go seems to have a copy of it these days. It's an expensive one. But as I said, Barking definitely has got its fair share of decent retro items. And definitely some modern stuff for the newer consoles as well, as you can see. It's a decent shop overall. But let's head into the £10 challenge. Now, I'm aiming to pick up that one game, and I'll give you a hint, it's on PlayStation 4. So that one, hopefully, it's not a cover reprint, and that goes straight in. The OG Xbox is one that I can always look to pick up a couple of cheap games. Nothing here today that really I wanted. But I will revisit if I can't find anything going forward to match the price limit that I'm facing. Now, the GameCube's always a bit of a touchy one when it comes to these challenges, because you've always got the £1 or £2, £3 or £4 extra Nintendo tax on games that you can already buy on the PlayStation, and sometimes the OG Xbox a lot cheaper. So they don't really come into the equation too often when I'm looking to do this kind of challenge. Never rule it out though. Now, the 360 is a great place to look for cheap games. But as I've said, I need to find something not just that I don't already own, but something that I have every intention of playing. I don't think the challenge is even worthwhile. There's a lot of people that do these challenges. Yes, I admit I'm one of them that does them occasionally. So yeah, if you think it's a problem, I'm part of your problem. But just to keep it legit in my eyes, I think you at least got to have your own set of rules. And one of those rules is you've got to at least want to play the game. Now this double pack is really good value for money. Now the thing is, I already own the Batman Lego game, so it doesn't feel right considering it for the challenge today. If I didn't own that game, I would definitely have put that one in the challenge. Now, similar to the 360, the PS3 is another great place to find some quality, cheap games. But I'm in a similar place. I'm looking for games that I don't already own, and the ones that are here today, I've pretty much got everything that I want. It's always good to dig deep. You never know what you might find. Now that's a bit random, seeing DuckTales out on the shelf at £50. A game that I do need to pick up eventually. It's not going to be today, is it? Now, all of the Lego games are a really good fit for this challenge, but I think I own the majority of them, so I'm not going to be taking any risks on those. Now, Ratchet & Clank, if I could pick up something for the subset that I'm going for today, that would be fantastic. However, most of the games are a little bit, I'm not going to say expensive, but they don't really fit the criteria needed today. Now, I've already got this game on the Switch, I believe, and I've definitely got it on the Wii U. At £2.50, I'm thinking about coming back to The Legend of Kate. Strangely, I've never even played it on any system. Now, what you're seeing here, there's a good few games that are cheap, but I've got them all. And the Wii U subset is really slowed down. There's nothing here that I need today. I wouldn't have included a Just Dance game because even though I am collecting for the system and I want to finish the entire set, I'm not going to intend on playing that, so it would be cheating ever so slightly. No, I'm not playing it. No, despite how many people comment. Now, believe it or not, the PlayStation 5 is 5 years into its life cycle, and at this stage you can get games really cheap on it if you look around. £3, £4, £5, but they are very few and far between. However, with that in mind, it's still worth digging through because I might still find a game that fits in the £10 bracket. Now, Snow Brothers there, that sequel is one that I definitely want to pick up, but £15, it's not going to fit in today's challenge, I'm afraid. Now, looking at the Wall of Duty is far too easy for a challenge like this. Now, Dishonored is a series of games that I've never actually played. Quite intrigued by that. However, I am looking to pick up a specific game on the PlayStation 4 today. And if I pick that one up, that's going to rule out the game I've come here for originally. Now I'm looking around and I am not seeing the game that I came here for. I'm hoping it's here, and my biggest concern is that it's a cover reprint. I do refuse to buy cover reprints no matter what the game is. Now the PS4 is really at a position in its life cycle where it's a good time to buy. It's so cheap right now that you'll pick up some great titles. Now I've said recently that I've kind of slowed down buying for the Xbox Series and the Xbox One type systems, but you know what, with a challenge like this today, the couple of pounds that these games go for cheaper than their counterparts on the PS4 is gonna probably come in very, very handy. So let's dig deep here, as there's definitely a few games that I've seen on the PS4 that I wouldn't mind picking up today that I might be able to snag a little bit cheaper on the alternative system. Now I think I've seen an Xbox game that I saw on the PlayStation 4 earlier. It is the same price, so it's not any cheaper. However, it will still allow me to pick up this one that I wanted to pick up today. And that is Mother Gunship. It's £4, which leaves me £6 to pick up a minimum of another 2 games. I like to try and pick up 3 for the challenge. So let's see what I picked up. So Dishonored was one I wanted to pick up on the PS4 at £3, but I found a Dishonored Definitive Collection here, which has got a lot more content on it than the one that I saw on the PS4, and I've always wanted to try these games out. I don't really know much about them, but £3, this one I think is good value for money. It's something I do want to play, and it left me with another £3 to pick another game up to complete the challenge. So yeah, as you saw, I picked up a Mother Gunship. I was reminded of this game on a YouTube short that I saw recently. It looked great fun. It's probably about 7-8 years old, but I don't see it very often. And when I noticed that my local Barking had this one in stock and I was going down there, it seemed natural for me to go in and check it out. So I'm really looking forward to picking this one up and playing it. Might even do a little gameplay video on this. It looks a ton of fun. So yeah, I'll be playing this one tonight most probably. Which leaves one more game. Now I chose this one at £2.50, which takes me to £9.50 total out of the £10 challenge. I've got 50 pence left and I can probably buy half a Mars bar on the way home. PS2 Dodgeball. Now I thought this looked quite fun. I like the whole concept of Dodgeball. I flipped it over. The graphics on the back look kind of 16-bit, and yeah, it looked like it was probably worth a punt. Like I say, Legend of K was one I was thinking of. I've already got it, so I didn't go for it on the PS2. Now I'm sad to say that once I fired this one up, it is an absolute travesty. It really, really is a terrible, terrible game. I took a punt. I definitely lost out on this one, but that's what these challenges are all about. Sometimes you can pick up some games that you think look good, take it home, and it's quite bad. I'll probably be sending this one on in a post to my friend Ross over at Bahaha. He'll probably appreciate a shitty game more than I will. Anyway guys, that was Barking. That was the £10 challenge. Let me know if there's anything you saw today that you would have considered picking up to make up the budget. Let me know what you think of my pickups, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care for now.